The wind howled through the broken shutters of a small wooden hut, buried on the edge of a forgotten village. Inside, curled in a corner like an unwanted shadow, sat a boy no older than 12. His clothes were torn, his ribs poked through his skin, and his eyes, once bright, had dulled into glassy mirrors of sorrow. His name was Noah, and he had no one. No father, no mother, no friends, just pain. People in the village called him cursed. "Wherever that boy goes, misfortune follows," they'd whisper. Since birth, Noah had faced tragedies. His parents died in a fire, his caretakers abandoned him, and every family that took him in mysteriously lost everything. Eventually, no one dared go near him. He wandered the village streets during the day, begging for scraps, and returned to the hut at night to cry himself to sleep. But one night, after yet another rejection and empty stomach, something strange happened. He heard a voice. "Why do you keep crying if no one listens?" Startled, Noah turned toward the sound. Sitting calmly on a wooden beam was a mouse, grey, old, and oddly composed. Noah blinked. "Did you just speak?" "Yes," the mouse said, "but only to those the world has silenced." Noah stared, unsure if hunger had made him hallucinate. "Don't be afraid," the mouse continued. "I've come because I've heard your silence, and I know the way out of your darkness." "How?" Noah whispered, barely believing he was talking to a rodent. "There's a place far from here, high in the mountains, where Buddha lives. He sees what others refuse to. Seek him, and you will find the truth you've forgotten." With nothing to lose and everything already taken from him, Noah left the village the next morning. The mouse rode on his shoulder. The path was unforgiving. Rivers with biting cold, forests filled with unseen creatures, and nights that whispered cruel doubts into his ear. But the mouse never left. One evening, after 3 days of walking, Noah collapsed in exhaustion. "I can't go on," he muttered. "I'm worthless. Nothing changes." "You've come farther than you think," said the mouse. "Look." Noah raised his eyes. In the distance, across a winding path of white stones, stood a temple bathed in golden light. Its gates were open, and inside sat an old man with silver hair and a gaze that reached through the soul. Buddha. Noah staggered forward, tears mixing with dust on his cheeks. When he reached the temple steps, the old man smiled. "I've been waiting for you." "Why me?" Noah asked. "I'm no one. Everything I touch falls apart. I have no strength, no hope." Buddha stood, his hands behind his back, and led Noah to a small pool behind the temple. "Look into the water," he said. Noah peered in. At first, he saw only his reflection, frail, dirty, hollow. But as the ripples settled, a different image appeared. He saw himself standing tall, helping others, laughing with children, lifting people up. "That's not me," Noah said. "That is you," Buddha replied. "It always was, but you've been fed lies so long you began to believe them. You were told you were cursed, so you became what they feared. But your soul is not broken. It's buried, and I'll show you how to uncover it." For 7 days, Noah stayed in the temple. He learned silence and how to listen, patience and how to endure, truth and how to forgive. Buddha gave him no riches, no power, no promises, only tools, awareness, resilience, purpose. When the 7th day ended, Noah bowed. "I still have nothing," he said. Buddha touched his heart. "You now have everything." As Noah began his journey back, he no longer walked like a shadow. His steps were steady. His eyes held fire. The mouse, still on his shoulder, whispered, "What will you do now?" "I'll help others find what I found." When he returned to the village, people whispered again, but not with fear. They saw something different in him. A woman who had once thrown water at him now handed him a loaf of bread. A man who ignored him before offered shelter. Noah didn't seek revenge. He offered kindness. And slowly, those who had once condemned him began to change too. Years passed. Noah became a teacher, not of subjects, but of life. He shared his story with anyone who felt invisible, unwanted, or hopeless. People traveled far just to hear the tale of the boy who found wisdom. But he always ended with the same words: "I thought the world hated me, but the truth is I had to lose everything to discover what could never be taken, my spirit." No one is too broken to rise. You only need the courage to begin walking. Even if your first step is the smallest, take it. Because your journey is waiting. Moral of the story: hopelessness is not the end. It's a beginning disguised in darkness. The world may try to define you, but only you decide who you become.